What's going on, everybody? What's up? It's your boy, Mike the Naughty Cruiser, and it's Thirsty Thursday, Throat Punch Thursday, Throw It Back Thursday, and welcome back Thursday. Little festive, and it is Thursday, y'all. I hope y'all are having a fantastic night. I am just getting in the door from work about 40 minutes ago. I had enough time to get a shower and sit down at the desk and get things going. But I hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. Some of you are just getting back from vacations. I hope you enjoyed those vacations. I hope you're mending. If you're not feeling well, gay, that's for you. I hope you guys are enjoying the wind down time now that you are home. And I hope you are all excited for the upcoming festive holiday seasons. Have y'all been enjoying the daily countdown? It's kept me consistent with posting a short on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok every single day. So it's kept me a little consistent. It's something that I look forward to every day, and it's fun. So let me know in the comments if you're enjoying those. And if so, what has been your favorite day so far? I really don't know what my favorite day has been. It's definitely been one of the IPA days, that's for sure. But let's get to the chat. I can't say I've seen it earlier because it's been, like I said, hectic with the holiday season. Work has been a little insane. As you can tell, last week we had to cancel the show because I was still out on the road. So the first one I see in the chat is Doug. What's going on, Doug? Lourdes is in the house. Scott McNeil in the house. Anna's in the house. Dad Abedic in the house. Robin's in the house. Who else we got in the house? I know I saw Julie's in the house. Will G's in the house. Gay is in the house. Loving the countdown. Loving the countdown. Loving the countdown. Martin might not be here. Martin, I believe, is on a cruise still with his mom. Her very first cruise. Martin took his mama on her very first cruise. How sweet of him. Aww. I think I have a sound effect for that. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think I do. There's an applause. So there's a round of applause for you, Martin. I think Scott was first today. Scott is usually first, so Scott McNeil, welcome to first place. The Uber Cruisers in the house. What's going on, Ian? Hope you guys are having a great day. It's early afternoon in Australia. So yes, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And it's Friday over there. So can you please give me the winning lottery numbers. There's a few things I want to talk about with tonight's show. There is a poll, so please can you do me the honors and answer the poll question. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just a thought that I have, and I'll explain my thought during the show. So we'll go from there. Nope, not today. So Scott wasn't first today. So we'll still have to, the jury's still out on that one. Doug, as of right now, you're still first. Question, did you get the Lego Enterprise? I did not. I did not get the Lego Enterprise, and I've taken a few purchases off of Lego for a little while, and there's a reason why. We'll discuss all of the things that I have changed over the last, I would say, 2 weeks. And why. We are still on the countdown for the next cruise. The next cruise is in January, and then Boats and Bros follows shortly after. I've been seeing a lot of scuttlebutt going around over some technology, so I want to touch base on that. And I got a package today, so we will open that package together. There's a couple things in there I can't show you, but we'll get to all of that fun stuff. Dave Dietz, my brother from another mother, sent me a package. So thank you very much for taking care of that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. But other than that, everything's been going swell here. We are winding into the holiday season with work, so we are in full peak mode. And I can already tell because I have been coming back slam-packed full of mail on all of my trips. So the post office is still doing business. That's about it. Naughty night times with our boy Mike. Yeah, naughty night times. So I've been, like I said, I've been consistent with this boozy advent calendar countdowns. I've always had something different every day, and there's still more exciting things to come into play. I know a couple of them have been a little repetitive. I've worn this shirt, my Griswold shirt, the glasses, the lights, and all that stuff. But I have a couple more outfits that I am going to use. Starting on Saturday. So tonight will be tomorrow. I obviously, if you don't know, I filmed the video the day before the video goes out, right? So when I tell you to have a good day or I tell you to have a good night, it's because I filmed it the night before, right? So tonight I'll film day number 12 because I drive a truck for a living. So I can't get up in the morning and crack a beer and then go to work. That's highly illegal and frowned upon. So I film it the night before. I edit it, I get it all ready to go, and then I post it the next morning. I have seen some good traction with those shorts, and over the last couple of days, I've seen it fall off. So it's a little weird the way the algorithm works with putting the shorts out there, and it's across all platforms, right? So I did this to keep me consistent. I did it to constantly be able to post something every single day, and I did it to hold myself accountable to post something for 24 consecutive days leading up to the holidays. And so far, so good. I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying the outfits. I'm enjoying the comments. So please keep them coming. And I hope you're enjoying them as well. So without further ado, let's get into why the poll question is there. So as many of you know, I work for a mail contractor of the United States Postal Service. And I was going to wait to talk about it and push it off till after the holidays, but it's really been in my head because, as you know, I love doing YouTube. I love creating cruising content, and I love being able to try new ships, new ports, new foods, new destinations. With that being said, there is potentially an opportunity for me to take YouTube full time. The company I've worked for over the last 6 years has decided to close its doors on January 30th. So as of January 30th, I will be out of a job unless another mail contractor comes on, takes over the contracts, takes over all the drivers and all that stuff. As of right now, we were told 2 weeks ago. So as of right now, none of that is happening unless the post office takes all their contracts back and starts hiring drivers on. I'm going to be jobless at the end of January. Now, I'm not in a poo-poo mood about being jobless, right? Like I don't question things. I feel that there's everything for a reason. I feel that there's a plan, and if I question the plan, then obviously things are going to go wrong. So I try not to question the plan, but I am trying to put pieces into the puzzle and figure things out. Now, I do know that my job takes away a lot of time of being able to edit videos and put out content because I am gone from the house for about 12 hours a day, and it's pretty much through the bulk of the day. With that being said, when I get home, it's 9:30 at night. I want to shower. I want to get some sleep. I want to relax. I want to go to bed and chill out. So I really don't sit down at the computer to do anything. Now, the end of January isn't a poo-poo parade for me because I have a cruise that leaves at the end of January, and then I have one again in the beginning of February over that course of 2 weeks. There's a couple itineraries that I will be bouncing around from ship to ship on. So I'm really not like down in the dumps on the fact that I'm losing my job. Now, I am not saying I'm not concerned. I'm absolutely concerned, as everyone should be. If you're losing your job, you should always be concerned. But if this is a reason, if everything's happening for a reason, then there's a reason it is happening, right? So if I put my heart and soul into something, I usually commit 100%, 110% actually, like I go all out. So my thought is to be able to take those few weeks after the company closes its doors and post as much content as humanly possible, try to build the subscribers, the watch hours, all of that fun stuff that you got to do to stay monetized with YouTube. So the poll is there for your opinion on whether or not you think I should go full-time on YouTube. Now, I do appreciate y'all so far that have answered the poll question. There's been a lot of people that answered, and there's 12 votes, and one person said no. But my financial issues are not your financial issues, so do not take that into consideration. Would you like to see more content is what you need to take into consideration. Would you like to see more videos of cruise ships, more destinations, more things like that, daily style videos? That's what you need to take into consideration when answering the poll, not the financial side of things. We just paid off our March cruise on the Carnival Adventure. Nice. I tried to send you posts from Canada, and the amount of paperwork and money that it costs now is extreme. I know that Anna and Heather are looking forward to the Alaska cruise, and we are looking forward at booking more of the specialty dining. That's going to be amazing. The specialty dining on board that specific class of ship is literally incredible. There are so many different dining options on that class of ship, and when you've sailed the Princess and you've tried certain things, now that you sail these two like this class of ship, whether it's the Sun or the Star, there's more offerings, which is great for the Premier package. So I preach the Premier package to everyone because it is worth its weight in gold. It's definitely worth it in my opinion, and I know for all of you that are booked on the Alaska State of Mind cruise, it's definitely beneficial for all of you to have it. So I'm enjoying the post in the group every day. I don't think I've missed a day yet. If I had, give me a little grace. I really don't think I have missed one. Are they closing because of the strike earlier this year? No. So what we have been told is they have lost 70% of revenue through the post office. So the post office is giving out contracts to brokers, and not all the contracts are going out to the company anymore. So they're closing its doors. Now, the company, when I started with this company, it was owned by a family. The family owned it for 50 plus years, and then they sold it to a group of investors. Now, the investors are deciding to close the doors because it's not making as much money as they initially thought it would, and so on and so forth. So it's got nothing to do with the strike. So, yeah, I mean, there's people that are thinking it had to do with the strike, but it had nothing to do with the strike. To stay monetized, you have to maintain metrics to keep getting ad revenue. Correct. Consider your current income versus more videos, cruising, etc. Sorry, but I'm a mama first. If it is profitable and like you say you're committed, then of course. I voted yes for you, but would def say no if it were for me. I couldn't do it. Now, I'm not saying it's something that I would dive into. It's just it's something that's been weighing on my mind, right? So there's part of me that all I know is certain things. I don't know a new trade. I don't know this. I don't know that. Taking on YouTube full time doesn't mean that I can't do something else in the process. It just means I am now devoting more time to YouTube because I have more time to devote to YouTube. Do I want to go and work for a company where I work 6 days a week at 8 to 10, 12 hours a day and I don't have time? Or do I want to be able to work more from like the office, which is home, create more content, and then work something else that's more reasonable with my schedule that allows more time for YouTube? Now, if you remember a few weeks back, I talked about changing runs because that allowed me more time with YouTube. Well, now since the company's closing its doors, changing runs isn't something that's going to be happening. So I'm going to stay on the run that I'm on until the end of January and then just transition to being a homebody for the time being. Now, all of this could just be speculation. There could be a company that comes in, takes over the contracts, takes over everything, and does it all. But again, my job isn't my only line of income, right? Like I'm a travel agent. I do YouTube. I have shirt sales. There's other things that generate income here. So my job isn't the sole income. So when I factor in all of that, it doesn't really, to me, the concern of not having the job isn't really high up on the ladder as it would be years ago. Years ago, it would have been like priority, boom, But now it's not like a super overwhelming concern. Martin's in the house on the Harmony with his mama. Yeah, Martin, I told everybody you was nice and took your mama on the Harmony. Oh, well, I didn't tell you took her on the Harmony. I said you took her on her first cruise. So thanks for hopping in. Thanks for saying hello, and I appreciate you. Is it worth it to purchase your own truck and get your own contract? It can be, but it's really not. Mal contracts are really hard to get into, so it's not something that you can just do overnight. Part-time job plus medical insurance, and absolutely yes. Yeah, see, like I'll maintain medical insurance and all of that stuff, so I'm not really worried about that. Doing some part-time gigs. You always got Amazon Flex, Uber, Walmart, Spark, Lyft, DoorDash. There's so many ways that I can make money just in the area that I live with my own personal vehicle if I wanted to. Long-term travel agent may be providing something that is different than other travel agents. It's really hard to provide something different than other travel agents, right? Because we all have the same spectrum, the same scope of everything. Yeah, but it's not a bad idea, right? Like I already sell travel now. I don't push it as hard as I probably should. I probably could have made a travel agent a full-time gig 2 years ago if I pushed it as hard as I should. But I typically don't, right? Like people book with who they like and they book with who they want to book with. And by all means, if I'm that person, then great. I know there are a few of you in the chat that have had experiences with me as your travel agent. And I'm pretty sure you would all say I'm pretty good at doing what I do. My mom even danced on the stage with the headliner show. Yeah, I know. I got a video of it. I should have saved it and I could have shared it out. I could have shared it out with everybody. So that's why I've put like a pause on the Lego purchases, Doug. Now, I'm not saying I'm not buying Lego stuff because I'm a super, super big Stranger Things fan. And coming January 1st is another Stranger Things set. I have acquired a couple other sets in the meantime, but I haven't made any like big time Lego purchases in a while. I did make another purchase for something else, another toy, but hopefully that'll bring in a little bit of money in the process of being a toy. I want to open that box, but I think it's too early to open the box. So the one story I wanted to touch base on tonight was the technology crisis over at MSC Cruise Lines. They banned Meta glasses. So the Ray-Ban Meta glasses are no longer allowed on ships. The Oakley Meta glasses are no longer allowed on their ships. And all of that stuff. So I am betting it doesn't stick, for one, because those glasses help a lot of visually impaired people. I do understand their concept. I understand why they don't want them on the ships. And they haven't really came out publicly and said why they're banning them. But I can tell you flat out, it's because they don't want people recording certain shows that are Broadway production shows, sneaking, recording people without knowledge. Your phone, your camera, and all that stuff's a lot bigger so people can see that you're recording. Walking around with glasses is just walking around with glasses. So I understand hypothetically why I think they're wanting to ban it, but I really don't think it's going to stick, because if you have someone that's visually impaired who uses those glasses to look at the menu, to have Meta read the menu to them or things like that, I don't think cruise lines are going to want to pay for interpreters. I don't think they're going to want to pay for all of that kind of stuff. So I think those glasses are not going to be banned for a long time. Pretty good looking. Am I right? Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Did you look at the hotel I booked in Tampa for February? Is it any good? I did take a look at it. It's right on Del Mavry, which isn't too bad. It's not too far, but I didn't go like super in depth with the hotel. I can tell you this: when I first moved here, I used to work for U.S. Foods, and I did make deliveries to that hotel. They had a good complimentary breakfast because I used to get it as a truck driver. They used to give it to me for free. So, but it's not a bad spot. It's a nice little location. If it's the hotel that I'm exactly thinking about, there's a good little ramen restaurant not too far from there. So if you're a big ramen fan like me, there's a really good ramen place right there. I did get the Enterprise, and I haven't opened it yet, and I am debating on selling it before Christmas to make a few extra bucks and then getting it again in the new year. Yeah, I mean, there's a big market right now for Lego that just hit shelves. Like I've looked at a couple sets that I wanted to purchase, and in third-party sites, they're going for more than what you can get them at in the store. And it kind of blows my mind. If I can still get it from the Lego store, why would I pay 20, 30, 40% more than what I could buy it for in the store? I'm kind of all right with those glasses being gone. Harmony Casino staff made people take them off this week. I get not having it in certain areas. Like, it makes sense. But from a non-vlogging or vlogger standpoint, it doesn't make sense for people that are visually impaired or anything like that, right? So it's kind of hard to... It's like a catch-22, right? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I kind of feel that it's not going to be something that sticks because you're going to get a bunch of people that use those glasses for medical reasons. And what are you going to make them do? Bring a medical note? That's one way to avoid it. But then you're causing conflict between guests at that point. If one guest wants to bring theirs, but they don't have a medical reason, but they see somebody with theirs and they got theirs on, it's a whole nother process. MSC is pretty strict when it comes to certain things like their drone policy. You can't have drones. When I first started cruising MSC, in my bags, my drone always went with me. I put it up at their private island, all of that fun stuff. Had no issues getting back on the ship. They saw it and they took it. And I was like, wow, like I've gotten off and on with this thing 3 times now on this whole cruise and you haven't taken it once. Guys, I'm leaving out, working early in the morning. And I got to take something to help me sleep because the doctor has me wearing this heart monitor for 14 days and it's a bit uncomfortable to wear. Lourdes, I hope you get some good sleep. I hope the results of the heart monitor are good and you don't have nothing to worry about. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. I get the visually impaired, right? But what was the situation before the glasses? I asked because I don't know. There was, as far as I know, there was no situation before glasses, right? So you had people that would, or the solution, not situation. So I know the one guy I was talking to that uses them for visually impaired used to have to bring a paid translator on board the ship with him. It's pretty crazy. Like you're paying for somebody else to cruise with you because you're having vision issues or whatever the case may be. But it makes sense. Like I get it. Question on the Alaskan cruise. The Alaska cruise, is the lumberjack dinner going to be on night 3 or 4? Give me a second. I can tell you, Doug. Let's see. Let's see. All right, what night? Seattle, day 2, day 3. Day 3, it's going to be Ketchikan. Day 3 is going to be the MDR group dinner, lumberjack theme group dinner. So that's going to be on night 3, day 3, the day we're in Ketchikan. And that makes sense because Ketchikan has the lumberjack show. So that's going to be the day we do the lumberjack dinner. Good question. Yeah, I got it all written down. As we get probably into the new year and I finalize the schedule and all that stuff, I'm going to create a post in the group for all of that. I got to actually create a post in the group for the excursion because I was allotted some more time for the train excursion. So I'm going to go last call for that. I just got to figure out what day last call for that would be and then go from there. Now we look at dinners for the nights after that. Yeah, find some good dinners. I don't know. Seattle, we have the group dinner, which is day 1. Day 2 is group dinner. Day 3 is MDR group dinner. Day 4 is whatever, eat wherever you please. Day 5, there is no dinner, so it's probably eat wherever you please. Day 6 is going to be the day that I try to do the group specialty dining. And then day 7 will be like group MDR farewell day type of things. And that'll be Victoria. I got some good stuff written down in this book of notes over here. And as we get closer, it'll start getting finalized. Things will go from pen to paper to actually being locked in for all of that stuff. We already have dinners booked on day 1, day 2. That's fine. No, you don't have to do every single group dinner. I know there's only a couple nights where I chose to do like specialty restaurants, or I quote unquote put it in there as freestyle because they're the nights I want to set up specialty dining for the kids to just go have dinner with the kids. And my parents and grandmom and all that stuff. But other than that, it's just going to be in the MDR, and it's come as you please type thing. So, if you got something special going on, please, by all means, don't feel bad. Go and enjoy your specialty dining. That's what the Premier package is for. It's for you to indulge and engorge and have an amazing experience. So, by all means, do not feel obligated to come to every single MDR dinner. There are going to be things that happen after those dinners. Let's see. Like night 1, we have the group dinner, MDR, if you come. And then we have after dinner cocktails at the Wheelhouse Bar. Day 2, we have the group dinner and the MDR. And then we have Irish music night at O'Malley's. So there's a couple different things that are going to be happening after the dinners and all that stuff, or before the dinners. Let's see. Like day 4, we have 6 a.m. coffee and glaciers. So you wake up early in the morning, get your coffee, come out. We sail through the fjords, look at the glaciers, have conversations, coffee and conversations, and all of that stuff. So there's a bunch of different stuff that we're going to do throughout the day. Farewell photos, group photos, slot pulls, trivia, all of that fun stuff. Do you want to plan for the magic show speakeasy? I want to try and get in there as a group. I'm waiting on an email back because I did send an email for that to see if that was something we could do as a group. If the group wanted to do something like that. It's just drinks and the show now. You don't have to worry about the dinner anymore, anything like that. So yeah, it's definitely something that's in the works. Early morning sunrise photos. Yeah, I mean, if you're up at like 2 a.m, you probably still be able to get some good sunrise pictures. But that's the one thing I love about Alaska in the summertime, right? Like late nights, early mornings, late nights. It's definitely going to be a new experience for those of you who never did or done Alaska or cruised Alaska before. It's definitely going to be a fun experience. And you get to see a lot of things you typically don't see because you spend most of your time in the Caribbean. So it's going to be nice to get out there and explore something different with all of the fellow travelers that have never done this before. And I think it'll be worth it. I'll be down for the magic show. Yeah, for sure. Like, I really enjoyed the Polar shows. I don't want to give too much away because it's a great experience. Doug, good luck with that getting up early. Who's not going to get up early? This is where Scott always comes in and says Mike sleeps late, blah blah blah. Mike ain't getting up early. And I will be up early. What do you think? I'm going to sleep till 12 o'clock on the group cruise? It's my group cruise. Come on now. Let's use that brain of yours, man. I know you got a big one up in there. Julie's got her mind in the gutter with the surprise photo ops. Julie. I wonder where Chuckles is at. I think he's working tonight. I get up early every day for work, so it shouldn't be a problem. I get up early for work every day too, but Scott forgets that. If you don't get up at Scott's early time, then you don't get up early, right? Scott is the type of person that goes to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning and he's up for the day at 3 o'clock. But then Scott doesn't tell you he'll come and take a 6-hour nap from like 12 to 4 or 12 to 6, 10 to 2. He just uses that I get up early thing as like a bragging right, but then sleeps most of the afternoon unless my phone's too loud, and then he'll get mad. And then I'll tell him that. Deal with it, brother. Water leaked out on myself. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Nothing too crazy. I'll open this box and we'll see what's inside of it together. But there's a few things in there I can't show you. Yeah, Chuck's not responding, so Chuck's got to be busy at work. Either that or he'll message me later and be like, oh, I fell asleep, man. Well, let's watch this promo video since y'all are talking about Alaska, and I'll get this box ready. You ready? Here it is. Now, there are still some group rates available. If you are interested, you can reach out to me, thenautiCruiser@gmail.com. But let's see what's in this box. I just opened it with a thumbtack. Like, I could have got up and got a knife the whole time. Now, I have to keep it over here because there's some things in here I can't show you for certain reasons. But my dude, Dave Dietz, is a 3D printing master. And my dude is like hooked it up with some cool stuff that he's 3D printed. I sent him a couple requests, and that's what's in the box. But he's a 3D printing master. Look at that. Look at that. I gotta 3D print this stuff. So I sent a couple requests to my man, and he's hooked it up. Here's one of them. Little Grinch hand. I just gotta slap some glue on there, and then it'll go right in. But it mounts on the wall, so I'm gonna put this over by the Christmas tree, and then hang a Christmas ornament out of the Grinch's fingers like he's picking it right off of the tree. Banging stuff right there. And he made 2 different versions. He made a real big stand-up one that stands up. Yo, I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. I don't. For those of you who don't know, like, I love The Grinch. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Cartoon version and the real version. And then, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Those are the pieces that I got to put together. I can't show you those because it would give things away. And that's the other thing. But yeah, look, check that out, man. Tell me that's not awesome. Little 3D printed Grinch hand that's going to hang up on the wall. Well, Grinch the Boogie Picker. Just got to slap a little Gorilla Glue up in that bad boy. Boom, and she's good to go. You mount it right to the wall. Yes, sir. This is awesome. This is going to sit right on my desk. That's not going anywhere. Dave, you're the man, bro. Appreciate you. On a few of the cruises that I did with Tony, I was up at 5:30 to do sunrise walks and to get a few miles and steps in to start the day. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be up at 5:30, bro. I really don't. I don't think I'll be up that early. Mikey's B-Day was good. He enjoyed himself, ate lots of cake, sugar rushed himself up, and he's good, man. He's 8. He's growing up fast. I did try to get a group horse-drawn carriage in Victoria, and I don't think it will work because of the contracts that they have with the cruise lines. Yeah, it's kind of tough, right? I ran into that same experience with the whale watching, but I managed to make it work. It was definitely one of those. Have anyone here had the McDonald's Happy Meal? I'll be honest with you, Robin, I've had multiple. And Julie, I see your comment. Yes, I have every single pair of socks. I have doubles, and I'll be even more honest with you. My good friend Doug Bray, who lives in Canada, so graciously went to McDonald's for me the other day and got the Canada version of the Grinch meal, and got me 3 pairs of the Grinch socks from Canada. So not only do I have the U.S. socks, I have the Canada socks, and my great friend Gay, who lives in Australia, went and got the Australian Grinch meal, which comes with the snow globes. So as of right now, I have a Grimace snow globe. I have 3 pairs of the Canadian socks and all 4 of the U.S. socks. And yeah, yep. I kept the boxes. I kept the inserts. I kept the pickle seasoning. I got the cup. The one time I got it, the only time I got it was with the cup. Yeah, so I got every single pair of socks. I got 3 pairs of the ones from Canada, and I got the snow globe so far, 1 snow globe from Australia. I'm hoping Gay will be able to get me all 4 of them, but we'll see. If not, I am very happy with the one that I got. I really want the Grinch one because each one of the snow globes in Australia, it's Grimace, the Hamburglar, and all that. So each one of them has like something in their hand, and the Grinch steals it and replaces it with a little box that says Grinch. And then on the Grinch's snow globe, you have the Grinch sitting on top of all of his stuff that he stole from the other snow globes and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And Doug has the Canada box for me as well, which is awesome because that's different too. Diabetic says our Australian socks, gloves, and gloves are socks. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I really like the Grinch. For some reason, the Grinch it's one of my favorites. I remember seeing the one with Jim Carrey when it first came out. I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly what movie theater it was. I remember who I saw it with. It's crazy. It's one of those things that you always have that fond, lasting memory. It doesn't tend to go away. But yeah, Christmas, Halloween and Christmas are my 2 favorites. And there's reasons why. I love the pickle solid fries. Yeah, I thought the pickle seasoning was really good. The first time I had it, I put the whole package on. And then I was like, that's a little too much. So I dialed it down a little bit the next time I had it. And now don't think I'm just going to McDonald's every day and eating horrible McDonald's. I haven't. I've just acquired all of the socks that way. I didn't even know McDonald's had adult Happy Meals until you asked for the socks. Well, Doug, now you know. Last year was the first year that the Grinch meal came out, and it was in UK and Canada. So I didn't get any of it last year. I was really butthurt that they didn't come to the States with it, but they came this year, which is great because, like I said, I got all of the socks from the US, and then Doug picked up 3 pairs of the socks from Canada. And I really like those ones because they don't have like different varieties. These are the ones from Canada. They're mismatched socks. So like you have a blue and green with a green and blue. And then the box is completely different in Canada as well. And that's what the box looks like in Canada. So that's really cool to have that as well. And then, like I said, Gay went and stopped at McDonald's on her way home the day they landed after their cruise. And then they picked up Happy Meals, and then they got the Grinch snow globe with Grimace in it. And you can see like this one here says Grinch on it. And it's because he stole like one of the milkshakes or the drinks from Grimace. And then in the Grinch snow globe, he has all of the stuff that he stole. So I really like the Grinch. It's one of my things. It's things like stupid stuff that I like to collect, right? Like it got really dark. Like here's the perfect example of like dumb things I like to spend money on. It's stretch cheese. like what do we need stretch cheese for, Mike? We don't, but it was cool. It was weird, and I bought it. So now I have stress cheese. And then I have take a number, please. Like it's just little odds and end things that I think are funny. I think they're cool. I enjoy getting them. And, it's just fun stuff. Hey, there's Chuck Spencer. What's going on, brother? I went to McDonald's in Martinique, no ice and sodas. Yeah, so it's weird. There's a couple places in the UK that they don't put ice in soda either. Busy at work, but I'm going to try to stay for a bit. I appreciate you, bro. You don't have to worry about it. I had a feeling you were working or sleeping. That's why I sent you a message asking where you were. I got the green socks. I like the green ones. The green ones are my favorite. They're my favorite. But it's stupid things. It's stuff like that I like. I mean, like this. It's 3D printed. It's literally probably $2, if not less, worth of melted plastic. But it's pretty cool. It's a Spartan. It's, a gradient multicolor print. Print it with multicolor filament. I think it's awesome. It's pretty cool. Doug, I don't think Scott is going on the Boats and Bros. So, Chuck, while you're here, I'll talk to you about shirt sizes and stuff. Doug sent me a shirt for the Boats and Bros. And then I'll fill you in on that one. Ice and soda is only a thing in North America. Yeah, I believe it. I do like some cold soda, though. I don't like when the ice melts. That's the only downfall. You just got to drink it fast. Other than that, anybody have anything fun planned for the very near future? I'm going to go and end this poll. Most of y'all said yeah or hells yeah. So, yeah, we'll take it. I like my ice. I like my ice, too. I just don't like it when it melts. Oh, the good news, Chuck. The Bojangles near me is getting ready to open. So no more driving to Albany, Georgia. We actually had one open in St. Pete not that long ago. Pinellas Park, actually. And then the one that's by me is getting ready to open. I drove by tonight, and they had big signs outside that says training in progress. And they're scheduled to open before the end of the year. So I will have some Bojangles chicken really close by. I got to stop talking about it because I've had Big Chicken really close by for the last 6 months, and I have yet to go to Big Chicken on land. So I got to make that happen too. Maybe I'll make a little video about that. Bo knows. Bo knows best. Bo knows best. Get a Bo biscuit on the way to work. Yep. But yeah, finalizing a few things for the group cruise. Getting some more posts put out there. I will be a taste tester for the training. Listen, dude, if I could fit a tractor trailer through their drive-thru, I probably would try to go through there. But, you know, I like my job for the time being until the end of January. Then we can run as many tractor trailers around drive-thrus as possible. I'm going to a Christmas concert this weekend that is at a casino, so that'll be fun. That sounds like fun. So that means you test the fates, you enjoy the Christmas concert. What's the Christmas concert? When I lived up north, I used to do a Christmas concert almost every year. We used to do the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Absolutely loved it. I haven't been since I moved to Florida. Yeah, I really should. I've only had the potato cake things from Bojangles. I didn't even know they had potato cakes. Like potato cakes. They're like some of the best things from up north. A little sour cream on that bad boy. Ooh, yeah. Various local bands. Nice. That'll be fun. I hope you guys have a great weekend and enjoy it. Test the fates a little bit. See what happens. Speaking of testing the fates, how did football go tonight? Who won that game? Tampa Bay's up 20-14. Crazy. 20-14. That's pretty close. Tampa needs the win. They're like my Eagles right now. They call them bow rounds. I'm gonna have to try them. The blueberry biscuit thingy is delicious. Now listen, I'll be honest. I have not tried any of those. None of them. The only thing I go there for is chicken fingers, and I love their honey mustard. So now that it's close, I'm going to be able to go and get a bunch of different other things and try a few things out. I'm going to a dinner theater to see Elf next week. Nice. That'll be fun. We have one of those not too far from here. Haven't done that either. The weekend before Christmas, the Canadian Christmas train will be in my city on Friday night, and a Canadian band, the Bare Naked Ladies, is performing. Nice. That'll be fun. I used to listen to the Bare Naked Ladies back in the day. During my time, I used to listen to the Bare Naked Ladies. Like I'm old or something. I mean, I'm 36, for crying out loud. I can't see your comments. Where's his glasses? He can't see without his glasses. We got a new Tim Hortons opening here Sunday. Woohoo. Nice. Timmy H's. I've never had, but I've always dreamed of their coffee. I don't know why, because some people, it's like Starbucks. It's a love or hate type thing. We don't have any Tim Hortons south. I didn't have any Tim Hortons where I grew up. I know on the outskirts of where I grew up, Sheetz was a thing. Never been to one of those either. Finally found out the Buc-ee's that's coming in Ocala isn't scheduled to open until 2028, which is a little sad because that's far away. I found out that they're putting a Buc-ee's in Southwest Florida in like the Port Charlotte area, which is really good because that's not super, super far. It's only going to be about 2 hours away. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are coming to Florida. Somebody in our ring chat today decided to start the rumor again that Spring Hill is getting a Six Flags. That rumor's been going on since I was a little kid coming to visit my grandparents. We're not getting a Six Flags. So, yeah. Good to Tim's for a double-double and some Timbits. Yep, I'd have to get some. Recently had Tim Horton coffee. It's good. I wish a Buc-ee's would open near Seattle. It's not impossible, Doug, right? Like, there's a possibility that they can be across everywhere. that's the closest place for you to drive to. So, um, and it's ironic because the more we talk about Alaska, the group of us that are coming in on that Thursday, that Friday, we plan on getting a van and driving into Vancouver for the day. So we're literally going to be like coming up into the BC and enjoying the day up there while you're driving down from Maple Ridge to get into Seattle. We're going to be heading north. So we'll probably pass each other on the highway at some point. Yeah, but there's just a few things to still iron out and figure out. The Bowberry biscuit. That looks delicious, Charles. You should know better. You should know not to send me stuff like that while I'm black. Because now I wish the Bows was open now. Listen, I don't know what it is about their chicken. I don't know what they do to their chicken, but their chicken fingers are really good. I enjoy their chicken fingers. I'm not a big honey mustard guy, but I love their honey mustard. It's like one of my absolute favorites. There's a couple other restaurants I'll eat it from. But yeah, Bojangles for sure. Hands down the best honey mustard around. Man, now I want beaver nuggets, bow biscuits, chicken fingers, honey mustard. I want all that stuff. We are going to drive down and going to Tacoma on Friday night to an Asian buffet. Well, from what I gather, doesn't Victoria have like the best Chinatown and Asian food? Why would you come to an Asian buffet in Tacoma? I mean, I'm not judging. Is that the restaurant you were talking about meeting up for dinner at on that Friday? I think that's the one you were telling me about, the one that you recommended. It's not a bad idea. I don't know what we're doing yet. Here's my thing, right? We lived up north for so long. The kids never really got to go anywhere land-based, right? So we would always come down to Florida every year. We would never go anywhere else up north. So this will be the first time the kids will be able to land cross at the border. They all have passports, so they'll be able to land cross at the border. They'll get to see different things, and they get to spend some time in Canada. I know the cruise goes to Victoria, and we get 4 hours, but I don't think that's enough for them to enjoy Canada. So I really think going into Canada would be a great thing for them to get to experience. Stop at the duty-free shops and all that stuff, and we'll see. I don't know what the full plan is yet. Will G, when is the Boats and Bros? I'd be lying if I told you I know the exact dates. I don't, but give me a second and I can pull them up. I should just add this cruise. I haven't added it yet. Carnival Paradise, and Doug's probably going to beat me to the dates. February 2nd. February 2nd through the 7th out of, I was going to say Port Canaveral, out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise. So Monday you get on the ship, Tuesday you're at sea, Wednesday you're in Georgetown, Grand Cayman, Friday you're in Cozumel. Nope, I lied. Monday you get on the ship, Tuesday you're at sea, Wednesday you're in Georgetown, Thursday you're in Cozumel, Friday you're at sea, and Saturday you're back in Tampa. So you get to sit under the Skyway Bridge. You get to enjoy all of that fun stuff. Would you like to add this cruise to your all cruise list? Yeah, why not? We don't need to keep it private. So you sail under the Skyway Bridge, you get to go out of the Bay of Tampa and all of that fun stuff. So Monday to Saturday, fun little trip. It'll be fun. There's going to be a couple little goodies that come for anybody that's going on the trip. Let's try this again. For anyone that's coming on the Boats and Bros, I'm going to bring a little goodie bag to give out to y'all. It's not going to be nothing major. It's not going to be like the stuff you're going to get in Alaska. You'll be cruising for the Super Bowl. No, Robin, we get home the day before the Super Bowl. So we get back the day before. So it'll be a little goodie bag. It'll have a few things in it just to say thanks for coming on the Boats and Bros. Let's knock around. Let's have some fun. and enjoy it. Doug, to answer your other question, I did speak to Chuck the other day. We're going to go ahead and book Paradise Beach. That's going to be what we do in Cozumel. The only downside is the ship doesn't have a steakhouse. I can't remember what specialty they have on the Paradise. Yeah, they don't have anything. Complimentary dining. I don't think they have a dedicated steakhouse. Sparrows, Lido Marketplace, Java Blue, Dining Room, Guy's Burger Joint, C-Day Brunch, The Chef's Table, Blue Iguana. Yeah, so there's no steakhouse on board the ship. So they're probably going to have like steakhouse selections in the dining room, but that's about it. And it's a Pizza Pirate. It's not my favorite. But it's a fun little ship. I've been on it a few times. Real limited when it comes to like balcony cabins. So there's only like balconies on the bump out and then balconies on the aft section of the ship. The rest is pretty much insides and ocean views. Yeah. I will book it tomorrow. Just give the Alaska leftovers. Oh, oh man, it's going to be fun. I can't give the Alaska leftovers because this cruise is before the Alaska leftovers. So that's kind of tricky to give the Alaska leftovers. Now there are some of you that are coming that are on the Boats and Bros that are going to Alaska. So I'm not saying I will, I might bring like an Alaska something to give y'all early since you'll be there. Maybe like a sticker. So far, the only person that has received any Alaska swag, and it's been a sticker, has been Gay. She's got the Alaska Group Cruise sticker, the very first sticker that was printed. I sent to Gay because she's coming from all the way from Australia for this cruise. So it was only fair that I sent her the very first sticker. That was a prototype, to be honest with you. It was the original prototype, and I ordered a sample pack, and she's the very first one that got it. So, yeah, there's that. I miss Paradise Beach. It's my favorite, and I will always go there in Cozumel. It's one of my favorites as well. But when I do this type of cruise, the Boats and Bros, I tend to ask everybody where they want to go because it's not really like an authentic group cruise, right? It's like a non-group group cruise. Typically, it's only a handful of us that get together every year. Usually we don't have group cruises every single year that we get on together as a group. So it's a fun little way to have a short cruise. Everyone can get together for a couple days, go on a cruise, enjoy themselves, have a good time, laugh, tell jokes, have a few drinks, a couple cigars, things like that. I don't think Scott's going. We haven't really talked too much since he's been home. I know he's been busy with work. I've been busy with work. But I know originally this was booked through Chuck because it was a 3-time point offer for me to hit Diamond. So we just turned it into the Boats and Bros. So it'll be a fun little trip. So far, it's me, Chuck, Doug, Heather, Dave Dietz will be there. His very first Carnival cruise. Cameron will be there. Kim will be there. So there's a handful of us that are already going. And as of last year, I've opened it up. Julie, as you know, you and Nate came last year on the Vista. So I opened it up to everybody. If you want to come, you're more than welcome to come. Do you get redundancy payments when your company shuts down? No. So the only thing I'd be able to get would be unemployment, and the max unemployment benefits in Florida is $275 a week, which really isn't much. Now, the company is offering incentives for anyone that's choosing to stay on. with the company until the end, so I'm obviously going to stay on. I see things through. I'm not just going to leave unless obviously something better presents itself. Then I'll leave in the proper manner. I have the shirts and a sweatshirt. Yeah, I still got to order ours. I don't want to order them too soon because the kids are still grown, right? So I don't want to order them now and then them be too small by the time we get ready to go. And I don't want to order them too big and then them be too big by the time we get ready to go. So I've been waiting to hold off. I do know the quality is amazing. I did a quality control check on them. So for those of you that have gotten them and I've talked to you about them, that's pretty awesome. They look great. They've turned out really well. And I can't wait. I actually might be adding some new shirts to the site over the next couple weeks. Get rid of some of the old style shirts and bring in some new style shirts. So if there's any type of shirt that you're looking for that's cruise content related, channel specific or anything like that, shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram and we'll go from there. Test the Alaska swag on the Boats and Bros. So that's the plan, right? Like I plan on putting a bag together and bringing it and getting opinions from those that are going on the Alaska group cruise. So it's definitely going to be fun. It's not far away at all anymore. It's really, really close. It was fun. I appreciate you letting me crash with you, bros. Yeah, I really enjoyed that cruise. That was it's always going to be a cruise that leaves a heavy spot in my heart. That was the very last cruise I was on with Terry before he passed away. So it's it's one of those special moments. It's one of those moments you'll never forget. I won't forget those conversations we had about him being a pilot and all that stuff. So the Boats and Bros cruise has definitely brought some people close together. It's made friends, new friends, old friends, closer friends, and now I consider most of us family. So it's definitely been awesome. Let me know if you drop some new shirts so that I can get them. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be working on some shirts over the next couple of days. I'm off on Saturday. It's just going to be me and the boys at the house, so I'll definitely be getting a few things done. But that's it, y'all. That hour went by pretty quick. It's amazing that we haven't had a show since before Thanksgiving due to work and the holiday and all that stuff. But I'm glad y'all tuned in for the night, stuck it out with me. If any of you are interested in the Boats and Bros, you can just shoot me a message or shoot me an email. The rates right now are really, really inexpensive, and I don't do group rates for the Boats and Bros. I use your offers. So if you have a casino offer, like Doug said, we got a balcony thanks to the casino offer. I book your offers for the Boats and Bros. I don't do a group rate because it's such a minimum amount of people going. And it's a small group, so if you want to have some great time with some great people, enjoy some amazing company, that is the place to go. Be sure to follow me on all platforms, wherever you may be watching me from. Right now it's YouTube, but tomorrow it might be Facebook or TikTok or post, whatever. Either way, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace.